Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well, as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Pushing through the contact. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's complete to Hutchinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 61 yards. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
A give to ETA running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And the Texans first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The tackle made by Eric Murray.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Hogan Malone. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets it up past the 35.
The tackle made at the 36.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Drops it off for Chubb. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's got this one to Hutchinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some nifty running here as they'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down, Texans.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back their own.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
On the play. And the Texans first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it.
And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now ETN to start the drive. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down, and refuse to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jags are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Cam Little on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And here comes the Texans now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Back to the ground. This time it's Joe. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Stroud. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joshua Hines-Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter two as they've got it with a third down coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud to throw it. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Josh Hines-Allen. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up fourth down. A third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out come the Jags. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Got a man. It's Brown.
Lawrence's pass complete to De'Ami Brown. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And shedding through the tackle. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw. Stroud. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Joshua Hines-Allen able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And all the way down inside the 5 and a 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And the Jaguars first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop them here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
Travis Hunter from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, That position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. On 2nd and 10, Stroud. He'll air this one out for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards.
55 yards. First down, Texans.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because actually had another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are once again back in front. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Lawrence. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And this one's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence giving the ETN here on the option. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll get this down over to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Another toe for ETN. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now Stroud. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Stroud out of the gun here. Open man is Kirk, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Stroud looking to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Chubb. Touchdown, Houston.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Lawrence will throw. Open man, it's Hunter. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Lawrence. They'll get this off to ETN. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. That's complete to Hutchinson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. That one complete downfield to Kirk. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
1st down, Texans.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or 2 to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So they fall off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's going to be caught by Kirk. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Trump. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And Stroud now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down, Houston.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Texans.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They go again with Ogunbowale. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And the Texans.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
taken down at the 14-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Stroud. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stroud to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, Those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Stroud. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Texans.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. He's got this one to Hutchinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they run with Chubb. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
On 1st down, Marks. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Emmanuel Agba. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Stroud. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
For the field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Intended
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Logan Cook now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. 2nd down and 4. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. And now a fake on the jet sweep and give to Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Stroud looking to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud will run the option left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Stroud out of the gun here. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And now out come the Jags. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Lawrence will throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Lawrence. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And shutting the tackle, and now some room. Now he's into the clear again. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Houston. Nick Chubb, 61 yards. And the Texans have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up. But in this case, he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments.
Jalen Petrie picks it up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And trouble trying to middle here. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him. And they will bring him to the ground. Sheldon Rankins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. A throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incomplete completion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Steps away to his left. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with the option. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Hutchinson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now Lawrence to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
7-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A short throw there to Strange. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it here. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14.
Texans 34, Jaguars 18.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one in the win column for the Texans, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.